what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Boom shaka, my friends. How's it going? It's been a while since I've done some videos. I'm changing my format a little bit. And and I named my format, the title of my show, The Thinker. And the reason why I did it, The Thinker, is I want everybody to think outside the box of when I explain stuff to you. I'm going to give you two sides to everything. So you can come to your own opinion, your own judgments. This is not a video to persuade you to conspiracy theories or anything that's nuts or not believable, but it opens your mind up to get you thinking, right? Of two sides to everything, right? Excuse me. And I always have my coffee. See, I have my coffee, the bottom of it says nope. So if someone tells me something, I always go thinking, I said, okay, fine. And I don't accept the first answer. So there's always two sides to a story. Remember that. There's always two sides to the story. Yours and mine, right? And God's side. So three, but God can't speak to us. So it's two sides to the story. So this coronavirus, right? If you've been on YouTube and you've been watching the coronavirus, or CD COVID-19, as they're calling it, is that they're saying it was from a market in China that somebody ate a bat, and then from the bat it transformed, went into the human. And then from the human, it mutated and sprung, and that's how it started spreading. So that's the official side of things of how this coronavirus spread. Then I said, okay, fine. That's the government's version of the coronavirus. Then I started thinking, I read articles, I look on articles, I look at Zero Hedge, I look at many articles on the internet, and I read up. And then there was a case in Canada, I believe in Manitoba or Winnipeg, one of those areas, where we had two Chinese scientists that were working in a bioweapons lab, right, producing this stuff, but they got fired because they were caught doing some espionage with China. So they left back to China, but they also took some vials with them of this corona, I believe. They took the coronavirus forms of it back to China. So I can't see. And then you have another version, which we're saying the Chinese released this on their own people by accident, and you're getting all these infections. And the bioweapon was made for the Chinese, and of course there's other people that got them, but mostly the DNA of the Oriental, I won't say Chinese, but Oriental people are different, right? Same thing with you have the black people, their DNA is different, right? Because and European DNA is different, right? And everybody, Scots DNA is different, right? So that's why, how you send your spit or your lava to these places, Ancestry or whatever, and then they send you back, okay, your DNA says your background is this, your background is that, your background is, how do they know? It's because of the DNA, right? All this is the DNA. They're finding out this from the, your history and everything in your DNA. That's what I'm saying. Your DNA has the makeup of your background. So they made this, not me, I'm not saying it's for sure, but I'm saying, they're saying, another source also is saying that it's a bioweapon released in Wuhan market to say it was caused by, these guys, the people in Wuhan eating bats, snakes, meat market was bad, and and then they release it to the world. But most of the people that are getting really infected and, really hit with this virus are of the Oriental descent, right? And it's really hitting them hard. So if you look on the, if you go on the YouTube and look at all the cases there are of where the coronavirus has taken place and where they are, it's mostly in the Oriental areas. Oriental countries. And, you have a couple of them spread out. And, and I figure these people that have it have a little bit of Oriental in them, the DNA, right? I'm not saying just because you don't have some Oriental in your background doesn't mean you're going to get it or not, right? So I'm just saying. But it's mostly hit the Oriental countries. But what made me think was, okay, when the government tells me something, the government usually, and that's what brings to this another thing. Why is this coronavirus coming all of a sudden? And why is it taking effect? There's another question that I have in my head is, to me, this is my personal opinion, no financial advice or nothing to anybody, is this financial system is coming down. It's not going to last forever. And they're going towards a digital currency. And that's what I believe. Right now, not only that, but we've come to a point where the countries in the world, if you look at it, just logically, I just want you to think logically. We've come to a point in the world where every country's bank book, nobody's going to be able to pay back anything. Okay? It's like a person who's going to be declaring bankruptcy. They know they're at the end. They know they're going to have to declare it. So what do? They're like, screw it. I'm just going to rack up everything I have. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go bankrupt anyway. So screw it. I'm going to max out everything. Enjoy, go on trip, go on this, buy that, and then I'll declare bankruptcy. Done. What do you think the countries are going to be doing? What do you think? You think America is going to be able to pay that $1 trillion back in the way the government saying spend, Donald Trump, and interest rates. These guys are never going to raise interest rates again, ever. They want to lower interest rates and they want to go into negatives. So that's telling me that you don't have financial control over your bank, your books, or yourself. So what beautiful way to bring down a system than a pandemic and blame it on pandemic? Because there's no way that you're going to be able to blame this. They don't want you to put blame on saying, oh, it was the governments, it was the bankers, it was this, it was the elite. You have 10 people of the world, 10 richest people of the world owning half the world. If people found, if this stuff hits the fan and there was no coronavirus, and people are going to look for heads to roll, and they're going to look for the people that are rich for their heads to roll. The elite are not stupid. I'm saying? These higher ups are not stupid too. And what's that saying? Why let a great pandemic go to waste, right? Out of chaos comes order, right? So all of a sudden all the economies crash, everything crashes. Why? Oh, the coronavirus. But yet, going back way before the coronavirus, going back to, let's say, September, when the over the night markets, where the Fed is pumping in money back in September, when they did it the first time, and they did it every weekend, every week, every day, every week, not every day. Then it started every day. You're right, I was right, every day. Then on the weekend, and they just keep on going up and up and up. And right after they sent a red flag went off my head. I go, this ain't normal. That's why I always, Warren Buffett, I don't know the man. I don't but there's some few things that he makes sense when he speaks, right? I listen to people, and when they talk, I listen to see what they're going to say. Warren Buffett said, when people are running away, I run to what I'm going to buy. When people are running to what they're going to buy, I'm running away. Because when the people are gone, the prices are going to go up. Go down. And he buys when the prices are down. When the masses come in and they start buying, it's too late to buy now because you're buying on the way up, right? Not the way down. That's the way I look at a government. When they're waving the keys here, go, oh, don't look here. Don't look at my left hand. Look at my right hand. Look what I got here. Oh, don't look here. Look here. Right? So when they're saying, oh, don't look at the Federal Reserve pumping money, pumping mega billions of dollars, this and that. Oh, Corona, look, Corona. And the economy is going down. The Fed is, screwed. Manufacturing, before all this coronavirus was done, you should have looked at manufacturing was down. Companies were shutting down. Businesses were going out. Look how many businesses went out of business. Trucking firms went out of business. So all this crap was coming down, right? And, they're saying, oh, shit, what are we going to blame this on? Oh, coronavirus. And yeah, for my personal belief, I believe, you know what? If there's smoke, there's usually fire. Right? So I gotta weigh my options. And this is where I go out to my fans, where I say, think. Be the thinker. Do we look at a person eating a bat and all this coronavirus coming about, and that's going to crash the economy? Or do we look at it as the economy was screwed at the beginning, a long time ago, and now we have something to blame it on, right? Good guy, bad guy. And usually I don't believe governments anyways, because politicians, governments, they're all liars. So I would like, I know for government, okay, I can't really put myself in a presidential role or prime minister role, or you got to look out for the people, keep the masses calm, keep the economy going, But I like at least one person, president or one time, to come out and say, listen, we have a crap economy. We're going to go get back on our feet. We're going to move ahead. We're going to look at the issues. We're going to resolve them. We're going to get through this as a country. Not, hey, look at the market, buy the dip. I'm the best. Woohoo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Mr. Yellowskin there. I want of the U.S., president of the U.S. there. Just come out and tell the truth to the people, right? If the economy is shit, tell them, hey, it's shit. We need to improve. We're going to get better. Let's pull our socks up and move ahead as a nation. But like I said, always think there's always two sides to a story. And how do you prepare for this? People have asked me, how do you prepare for this coronavirus? How do you look out for yourself? What do you do? My best thing, my advice, my best thing I could offer people is prep yourself, which is water, food, medical supplies. I'm not saying go overboard or go nuts. Like have a month's worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? So buy some soups. When you go shopping, buy a couple extra cans of soup. Buy bags of rice. Or stack up, if you have a little bit of extra money, buy one or two, silver coins. They're $20 or $25, depending on what country you are. Silver coins. Stack your weight in silver. And if you have a little bit more money left over, buy some cryptos. And I'm not talking about the shit ones. I'm talking about like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and maybe XRP, right? The main ones. Maybe Bitcoin Cash, right? For the cryptocurrency side, right? So always prep yourself, right? And think, and be a thinker. Have a great day, my friends. I'm Alavita, and I'll talk to you guys later. And I'm going to be doing daily reports, so you'll hear from me every day. We'll tune in, we'll go over stuff, and I hope you enjoy it.